Hello friends, welcome back to abhinay infotech tutorials. Today I'm gonna again start our next tutorial on C programming languages, and today I'm gonna discuss about C languages, C programming language structure, what is the programming structure of a C program. And before that, I just recommend you all that please subscribe my channel Abhinay Infotech on YouTube. You can type there Abhinay Infotech on YouTube search bar and you can subscribe our channel right from here. Now our today's topic is the program structure of a C language. But before starting that, a user must have to be aware about some ethics of programming language. As new programming is a language, so basically it belongs to a middle level language. So that means it is typed in your English like language. So what is your English language? A language is used to communicate with or to communicate your emotions or your feelings, or you want to share your emotions or feelings with some other person. Similarly, if you want to convey your ideas or innovations to your system, then you need a way to communicate with the system. And that's why in the previous video I have discussed two languages, high and low, and in which we have discussed why C is a middle level language. So still, if you haven't gone through our previous tutorials, then I recommend you then please watch previous videos before watching this video. Now, how English language gets in use, and what are the basic constructs of English language. In a language there are alphabets A to Z. When we combine alphabets, they become words like ABHI, and when we combine words, they become sentences, and when we combine sentences, they become paragraphs. And when we combine paragraphs, they become chapters. And when you combine chapters, they become books. And similarly, this process going on, right? Now, as English is a language, so following this pattern, like alphabets, then your words, sentences, paragraphs and all. Similarly, your C is also a programming language. It is a language also. So in programming, there are also A to Z alphabets, small A to Z alphabets, 0 to 9 all numbers present on the keyboard, all special characters like brackets, into, comma, full stop. These are all special characters. When these all things gets combined, they become a instruction for a computer, right? When instructions get combined, then they become a program for a computer. When programs get combined, they become a software or some web app, something. And when then software are combined, they becomes a full-fledged operating system, which are nothing else than your Windows, right? So in this way, your programming will progress, right? This is a very simple pattern. Like in programming, there are these things, right? So when you write something in English, if you write some sentence, paragraph, there are some rules you have to follow, right? That you have to end each sentence with a full stop, and the first letter of each paragraph must be capital. The city names should be capital. These all things can have to be follow on when you are just typing some paragraphs in English. Similarly, when you are doing programming, because it's basically a language which is as similar as your English language, that's why its code syntax is as similar to as your English language. So basically we have to learn what is the structure of your programming, right? So on the top, on the very first thing what you have to write when you are typing a program in C, the very first thing in programming is your documentation section. In documentation section, what you have to write there is all about the comments, the author name, the program name, the version of compiler you are using. These all kind of information is given in the very first section, that is called documentation section. The second section in programming is your linking section. In linking section, you just link your code with some external libraries or existing libraries, and here we just write some codes to attach with our pre-existing libraries. If you are familiar with C syntaxes, then in C we just use hash, include and all statements. So that means this is particularly a linking section to link with some existing files. The next section in your programming is your next is subprogram section. Subprogram section means in this section you just write all those statements or all those variables which you are going to use in your subprogramming areas. We will discuss soon in this particular section that very subprogramming area. Thereafter comes your main section. The next is main. Main is the part of the program, the main part of the program in which you have to type your program. Basically we can say this is the start of your program, start of program. Why this is start of program, not your linking sections, we will discuss in very next example. After that, after main programming area will end, the last area after this section, which is optional, not mandatory in all the cases, and this area is nothing else than your subprogramming section. Subprogram area. Now what you have declared here is time to use those parts in your subprogramming. Generally we use in this case functions and all, which we will discuss in the next section of our programs. So right now this is basically the documentation, this program documentation or the program structure of C language, how C language program will appear, what you have to type there. This is the basic look of your C programming. In the very next tutorial we are going to discuss the first program of C, what are your linking sections, where actually they are, and in how many types we can link our program to different files, what are different registers, what are the scopes of the variables, which we are going to discuss in our very next video. So keep subscribing us, keep liking our videos, keep commenting on the videos, so that we just remove the bottlenecks appearing in these videos. So kindly subscribe our channel Abhinay Infotech on YouTube for more videos. Thank you very much. This is all about structure of C programming languages.